Makes it tough to defend.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football.
Got it! 21, 36.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
11. Got it!
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
It's taken to the 26. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
These Jacksonville Jaguars, as their offense comes back out here, they had a hard fall from 2017. Now, there are falls and there are graceful falls. This was not a graceful fall. It was, wow, from the AFC Championship game to 5-11.
So you're saying it wasn't part of the ballroom dancing course that they might have taken, right? Where they're graceful in what they're getting done?
Negative.
I mean, they ended up going far.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Lucy.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
380. 11.
Bortles now on 1st down. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Bortles. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Bortles. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The third time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day. Since Super Bowl 36, get this whole Patriots thing kick-started, literally.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there, 75 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Well, as the dust settles for the New Orleans Saints on this season, yes, a lot of disappointment for the 2nd year in a row. But, 13-3, #1 seed for the first time since 2009. Now, they did suffer the first home playoff loss under Breeze and Peyton after 6 wins, but a lot to be proud of this year for New Orleans.
No doubt about it. I mean, that team jumped out right from the word go. Well, let me rephrase that. After a season-opening disappointing loss to Tampa Bay, they ran off a heck of a streak and established themselves as the team to beat in the NFC. The only concerns going forward, will they get everyone back healthy? Remember, Sheldon Rankins, their exciting defensive tackle, got hurt in the playoffs. But the other part is, can they shake off the last 2 years of losses, get that out of their psyche? That crazy Minneapolis loss to the Vikings, and then the controversial non-call in the playoffs against the Rams this year. If they can put that behind them, they'll be a force again in 2019.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Hey, kill!
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
21.
Working from the gun. It's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Early on this year, we thought that Michael Thomas might threaten Marvin Harrison's record of 143 catches in a season. Didn't quite get there, but he did lead the NFL CD, 125 of them.
And he's smart enough to make sure he's attached it to hip with his quarterback, Drew Brees. And they connected on a staggering 85% of his targets, the highest percentage of any quarterback-receiver combo in NFL history. It definitely justifies his social media handle, Can't Guard Mike.
On 1st down, Breeze. Flushed out right. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out come the Jags. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Spread left, spread left, spread left. Hey, 54, Ricky. So right. Green is it.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He'll get this over Westbrook. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Sunday.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Sharks got it, left side. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lucy. Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Easy.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, two.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Got it. 12.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And able able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Breeze on third down. And that's complete. It's Watson. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Got it!
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Easy. Easy. 12. Hey, two.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Here we go.
So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard. Maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways. Might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Kill. 36.
Again, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Bunch right. Move.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Bunch right. Lucy. Show left. 372. Move. So right.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Here they come, here they come, here they come. Let's go, let's go. Hank.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back.
Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, where was it, 1959, 58, 59?
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there, 81 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard. Line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back now in Jacksonville. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Lucy.
On first down, Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And receivers, everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Spread left, spread left, spread left. Hank. 11.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Lucy.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Spread right, 72. 372. Go left.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Leemo on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Leemo. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Leemo out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hank.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Bortles now on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
So right. 11B.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Easy. Got it. 21.
Breeze is looking to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Green 80. Green 80. 47 Mike. 47. I got you, punk. Green is it.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a suspect by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder.